All right, what's going on, everybody? Coach Chris back to the wise guy right up here, wherever it is. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. We are gonna go indoors today. I am at MetroTown Mall, which recently, I don't even know when it opened, probably been open for like a month, but I'm inside MetroTown Mall. I'm gonna take a walk around the mall and see what stores are open. We'll kind of do an external retail arbitrage and get a grasp on what's open inside the mall today. But this is one of the biggest retail malls in BC, and we'll go in here for about 30 minutes and walk around. What's going on, Verena? Good to see you on here. Let's get 15 likes on this video today, so smash that like button. Let's get 15 likes on this video today, and we'll keep growing the channel, right? So let's go, let's roll. Kingsway entrance. I didn't really look at the comments yesterday, so I don't know what's what to really go about. So your guys' content is the comments. All right, we are in the mall. It's pretty quiet. This is kind of normal. It's pretty normal. You know, there's lineups obviously outside the stores, as you can see. So, but it's pretty quiet. EB Games right behind me there. That's a good stop for video games. They usually have some toys in there that are good, so you'll want to go in there. The Source is right over here. The Source is good. Source, I haven't been in there. Again, I haven't been in this mall in a long time. By the way, you talked about Mont Tremblant in your last video. I live about 30 minutes away. Oh, that's awesome. I love Mont Tremblant. I've only been there once. That's what made me fall in love with just Montreal, Quebec in general. Montreal mainly. We went into the city and spent some time in the city. We were there on a getaway for for the company I work with. This is going back in the day. Hoops. House of Hoops by Foot Locker. I don't know what's trending in those stores. That would be something where you would go for trending stuff. Superstore, Real Canadian Superstore. Looks like it's quiet. This is Superstore is always one of my go-to. Definitely always one of my go-to. The thing about Superstore and why I haven't been there in a long time, because I haven't really done any sourcing there in probably a year, it feels like, is you never know when things are going to go on sale in that store. They have a really decent toy section, but I never really paid attention to when they have their sales or when they have their clearance. Sometimes you can find stuff just being blown out. What's going on, Brian? Good to see you on here. Missed you yesterday, but good to see you on here. This is new time. Glad you guys got your notification bells on. Smash that like button. Let's try to get 15 likes on this video today. We're doing it indoors today. Perfect time, isn't it? We're indoors today and I'm in the mall. This is the first time I've been back in this mall since March. So it seems normal to me. Doesn't really seem, other than the lines, other than the lineups outside the store, it seems pretty normal. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, I've never been one to really hit up these little retailers throughout the mall for stuff. So, Farina is asking, does Amazon refund the item price if it never made it to customers with FBA and they asked for a refund because of that? Yes, they do. I want to say, I'm pretty sure that they give you a full refund Well, they give the customer a full refund. How does that work? If they messed up and they ship the product to a customer, the customer never receives it, Amazon take full responsibility, meaning they'll cover the cost, the refund to the customer, and you don't. I don't believe you lose out on that. The only time you obviously should take a refund is when the product is returned, physically returned to Amazon. But if it's that error, then Amazon cover that. I promoted a site. I don't have an affiliate to it, but it's called AMZ Refund. I don't know, it's one of my older videos where I talk about AMZ Refund and how it's a service that if you connect their service to your Amazon account, to your seller's account, they will indicate what Amazon owe you when it comes to fees and refunds and all that type of stuff. I usually do it every quarter, sometimes every 6 months, and it'll discover that Amazon owe me like $600, $800. Like, it's some ridiculous amount of money that Amazon, how do I put it? Blatantly neglect to repay you. So it's called AMZ Refund. Go check it out. And it has an API that connects to your Amazon account, and you can use it every quarter, you can use it every 6 months, you can use it every year, and it discovers what Amazon owe you, and then it gives you the breakdown of the messages that you need to send Amazon through your Amazon help. And then what happens is once you send these messages, it's basically the ASIN and the issue. And you can send a certain amount of messages, like a capacity of, I believe it's 5 issues you discovered at a time. Amazon's help team will review it and ultimately send you a refund. So it's another great way to collect and to make money, essentially. So obviously there's ways to track that stuff on your own, but their API figure it out for you. And what Amazon Refund do, and again, I don't have an affiliate link, I just use the service and it's a good service. What Amazon Refund do is they, based on your return, so if they say we've discovered $800 in refunds for you, their payment is 10%. So if they discover $20, you pay them $2. If they discover $80, you pay them $16. Excuse me. $20 is $4. $80 is $16. $800 is $160, kind of thing. So I want to say it's not 20%. I want to say it's actually 10%. So $800 is $80. $20 is $2. That kind of thing. So anyway, AMZ Refund, go look it up. It's pretty cool. So I'm walking by some of these stores and they're, like Sport Check. I do online arbitrage with Sport Check. I don't bother going into that store. I'm not a mall guy when it comes to doing retail arbitrage. I do big box for the most part. I don't hit up these independent stores. Maybe I should. But I like some of these stores. Arc'teryx, Browns. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, Brian says, I use a different site. They give me the message to send to Amazon and everything. Exactly, Brian. I was told about AMZ Refund, so I went and told a bunch of people about it. It's great. Verena says, okay, I'll check it out because right now I don't see any refund from Amazon to repay me. And again, it's not beneficial if you're only been selling on Amazon for a month. Wait to use those types of services. Those are beneficial if you've been selling for 3 months, 6 months, a year. You can use it to reclaim some of the losses that Amazon have not yet paid you for. So something like that, just reach out to Amazon. As long as you know the order number, you can reach out to Amazon and you can ask them about it. This is my order number. I have not seen a refund. They'll tell you how to figure out where the link is. They'll give you a link to it. Or they'll tell you if it was done or not. Okay, I'm headed up to Armani Exchange. I don't know, I'm just roaming around the mall to see what it's like. It could take 30 days to get a refund from them as well. Yeah, I think, I don't know if it takes 30 days with AMZ Refund. I think it's once they've discovered what you discovered, then it's pretty immediate, I thought, as far as the refund factor. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. All right. Walmart. I definitely go to Walmart, but not as often as I should. Again, I'm still not hugely sold on Walmart when it comes to retail arbitrage. When I go in there, I don't discover a lot of stuff that makes me much money. You know, I'm always trying to, I discover some good stuff, but not a lot of stuff. Verena says, do you think that Everest Wholesale could accept my application for selling toys even if I don't yet have a tax ID number and a website? I think so. I'm pretty certain you can set up an account. All it means is you won't get a GST credit. Like, they'll charge you the taxes up front. So it'll be like anything else. But I don't see why not. I had all the information, so I can't tell you for sure. And again, it depends on their business model. If they're B2B and they require it, then they require it. But no harm in setting it up. Have they responded to you, Verena? I remember you telling me that you set up everything. I'm just curious if they've responded to you. Because usually, they should respond pretty quickly. I'll send you a link to a supplier that I use, my primary one. I'll send you a direct message later on. But again, even my primary one, I'm not 100% sure if they require a business ID. The one that I go to in Vancouver, they don't require one, and it's one that it's actually we don't do online with them. We go into their business and do everything physical with them. What's going on? Loving it. Good evening. Have you opened an LLC for your Amazon business? Yes. But really, an LLC would be something that you would do if you're in the .com. In Canada, you'd set up like a sole proprietorship or a partnership, or you incorporate your business, just depending on what needs you have, what structure you want for your Amazon business. You may set it up as a sole proprietorship, which is the simplest way, or you may set it up as a corporation, incorporate it, which is a little bit more complicated, has a little more tax advantages. I always refer people to an accountant when it comes to that, because I don't specialize in that at all, but I did that right away, and I tell people, when it comes to that stuff, it's a real good idea to legitimize your business. Make sure that you set up and structure it properly and that you get your business ID. Limited liability company is what LLC stands for. And that's a common way people set it up when they're in the US. LLCs, for the most part, don't exist in Canada. They're under a different formality, incorporated sole proprietorship, but it just stands for limited liability company. But you set it up differently in Canada, so make sure to look into that. I'm in the food court now. I'm kind of hungry. I hate when I walk to the food court. Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs again. It's a fun time. So the mall to me it's the same. Probably gets even crazier than this, but it's about the same. Nothing crazy going on. Whenever I'm in these places, I go into the big stores, like the Hudson Bay Company. What else is going on? Make sure you guys smash that love button. Smash that love button. Let's get this video to 15 likes by the end of you guys watching this video. Uncle Tetsu. Thank you for smashing that love button. The Disney store, I love the Disney store. There's always trendy products in there, and there's always good inventory in there. Sign up tonight or tomorrow for the course. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Once you're in, you're in. So, smash that like button if you're signing up for the course. It's a new week. I have some really good inventory that's starting to sell now. Retail arbitrage. So I got my list generated yesterday of stuff I need to go source. And I'm going to do half of it online, half of it offline, as far as sourcing the inventory that I need. Quick tip, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff is killing it. I don't know why, but we had sourced a tremendous amount of inventory, something like 200 units, probably about 5 or 6 different things. And it's all doing extremely well. Not only is it doing extremely well, our cost is really low, roughly $5 or less for all the inventory that we bought. And all of the inventory is selling between $30 and $40 a unit. So, and it's just selling out. No matter what we discovered, it sells out. So look at that stuff. That's the hot tip for today. Smash that like button. That should get 15 likes on this video. That should get 15 likes on this video, because that tip alone, to give you an idea, we sold out 200 units definitely in the last 15 days, if not the last 30 days, at a minimum $30 per unit. Minus your 5 is 25, minus 10 is $15 profit, times 200 is $3,000 profit, just from Ninja Turtle stuff. Okay, I'm back at Walmart. You got to go look around everywhere for that. I'm not going to tell you where I find all that stuff, because I find it everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's It's popular stuff, rare stuff, popular stuff. You name it, it's out there. I don't know, wonder, but here's one reason is, okay, so when we're talking about trending, I would say, grow your inventory, G stands for grow your inventory with clearance, products that are on sale or deep discounted or trending. And trending, to discover what's trending, a lot of times what's trending, especially if it's toys, what's trending is stuff that you see on YouTube or on Netflix or on Amazon, or any of those movie platforms. So if the toy has a show, it's a trending toy. Now here's what I think is the catalyst for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, is that the original movies are on Netflix now. They were just dropped maybe I don't know, a month or so ago. I don't know when. But I watched the first one twice already this month because I love that first Ninja Turtles show. So anyway, they dropped. Not only did I watch it, I discovered that both my kids watched it. So they watched the OG one, the 80s version, it's 88 or 89 or whatever. And then there's The Secret of the Ooze that also dropped on Netflix. So those movies are out. So that's what I throw under trending. So if you don't have Netflix, make sure that you order Netflix and that you write off Netflix, because that's going to help you make sales. That will help you discover what products are trending. Tool in our business, it's a tax deductible tool because it helps you figure out what's trending so that when you go source your inventory, you know it's trending. So that's one way to discover, and I've discovered a ton of toys that ultimately are trending. Now what a lot of toys are doing is they're putting on their Facebook page, they're putting on that they're on Netflix on their toys. I'm thinking of another toy that did really well for us. Just trying to remember what it's called. It's called Miraculous. And there was about a year where I could get tons of toys called these Miraculous figurines. And I would get them for $4 and resell them for between $20 and $25 on Amazon. Make about $8, $9, $10 profit off of each toy. So that was a trending Netflix toy. All the characters were trending. I was finding different versions of it. Chapters is just down here. This mall is big. I didn't even cover 20% of this mall. And it's nowhere near as big as Edmonton. What is that called? West Edmonton Mall? Blackstack, what's up? Baby Yoda is hot, but I am gated in that. I think I am too. I think. I posted it. No, actually I'm not. But the problem is there's no money in it. They're expensive to buy. I couldn't find it cheap anywhere. But Yoda is also hot. Yoda right now, here's one more tip to get you guys to like this video 15 times and this is a hot tip because this is still a hot product for me, but there are miniature plush Yodas out there that you can get for about $5, $10, depending, that sell for between $50 and $100 on Amazon. So, and the plush Yodas talk. So if you push their belly, they say Yoda sings. So there's no toy greater than that. That's definitely an amazing toy. And just again, you guys got to do the legwork to figure out where you can source that inventory. But we sourced a ton of it. Right now, we probably have about 30 units of these smaller ones that are selling for between. We usually can keep the price up at around the $45 to $50 price point, and we get the inventory for $5. And that's a Yoda. So that's your OG Yoda with the OG sayings. So that's pretty cool. So smash that like button if you like that tip. Let's get this video to 15 likes minimum, because tomorrow we're going to try to get to 25. That's my new goal now. I'm just going to tell you guys how many likes I want. I buy from Amazon directly. What are you buying from Amazon directly, Verena? Where do you get your suffocation warning bags from? I don't use suffocation warning bags. What I do is I source suffocation warning stickers from Amazon. So I get the stickers and I get like 6 rolls. Each roll has like 500, so that's like 3,000 stickers, and then we just affix the sticker onto the bag. Works for us. And then for bags, where I source my bags is nothing more than food bags from Dollarama. We'll get the ones that are 30 in a 30 bags in a box for $1.25, so it works out to like less than 5 cents a bag or something like that. So, you know, it works for me, especially when you're doing packaging things up like shampoos and soaps and cleaning supplies. They all need to be polybagged. We just see it, we put it in there, we seal it, we custom the bag to the bottle, so we make it, rather than keep it in there loose, we fit it, we use a little bit of tape, and we stick on our warning stickers right on the bag. And then we affix, obviously, our ASIN outside of the bag. And all the instructions for that are obviously on Amazon. I will say this, and I'm doing it a little bit more myself because I'm running into mistakes. My wife and I just made a mistake with a box size that we shipped. We did not realize that 77-inch long box is a no-no. You cannot send a 77-inch box to Amazon, and I didn't know that. So more and more now, we're reading the Amazon how-tos and tutorials on shipping and packaging and fulfillment and all of that stuff, just so that we're a little more informed. Because when we made that mistake, Amazon literally, they didn't freeze our account, but they sent us a message, and the message says you're not allowed to ship anything in until you acknowledge this email. And when you go onto the email, it tells you what the problem is. It told us that we had made that mistake of shipping a 77-inch box. They sent us 4 pictures of the box. We knew exactly what box it was. And it also indicated why we're like, why is that inventory not showing up yet? So we knew that. And then it has an acknowledgement button. It also tells you, it gives you a score. How many times did you make errors with Amazon? Are you messing up on your shipments? And if that percentage is bad, then that's a bad thing. But we were 0. So even though we made that error, we were still 0 errors, 0 strikes. We were still really, really good. So we learned something. We also learned that we need to do a little bit more research and use Amazon's parameters a little bit better. All right, I'm out of this mall. 30-minute walk in the mall, not bad. Remember, we need 15 likes on this video, so if you haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button right now. And if you're watching this video later, smash that like button. And if you're new, make sure that you subscribe. I read that, Black Stack says, I read that there is a limit, but I don't remember it. So it's like the limit is, I want to say, again, I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I don't know what it is, but I want to say it's like 72. We weren't far off of the limit of what we could do. I want to say it's like 72 inches. I'm going to extend this video. I'm going to do an external walk for you guys. I'm going to give a little bit of, get a little more exercise in, but I'm going to walk outside of this building all the way to the Dollarama. And then I'm going to go into the Dollarama and do some retail arbitrage. So that's about a 5-minute walk from where I am. So not that far. So hang out with me for at least another 5 to 10 minutes. We'll go longer. But it was cool what Amazon did. They gave us the details on it, sent us a message. Every time I get a message from Amazon, I'm always freaking out. I'm like, no. Because I always get, not always, but when you do private label, you always have to deal with some issue, some problem, you know, something that sometimes it'll shut off your listing, stresses you out. You got to solve the problem a lot with private label. That's the only thing I'm telling you guys right now is worth the money. So don't get me wrong. the amount of money I make from private label versus the issues that stem from a listing being shut down are usually all solvable. And there are parameters to put in place so that you don't have your listing shut down. Like, you have to make sure it's quality. You have to make sure you have owner's manual. Like, there's a bunch of things. We can get into that discussion later if anybody wants to know more about private label who is not in my course. We can talk a little bit more about that. But in my course, a lot of the content is directed on that, and applies to a lot of different things. Yeah, no, where was I going with that? No, just about dealing with Amazon. It's the one thing with private label that it scares people the most, is not the losing money or, that the products don't sell. I mean, sure, that scares people. They're always concerned, like, did I choose the right product? And is this thing gonna sell? And, I'm sitting on inventory, whatever. That's one thing. But the other thing is when they have to deal with customer concerns. What is a customer, when a customer returns a product, every time you get these returns, Amazon keeps score. And the more returns you get, Amazon keeps score on that, okay? Because obviously they're taking a hit. But what really is a challenge for private label sellers is when customers leave bad reviews. The more bad reviews left on your product as an Amazon seller, that's what hurts, because that can close your listing, and then you have to deal with it. You have to solve the problem. You have to improve, because Amazon only care about one thing, and that's the customer. So even if your customers are, even if the people leaving reviews are idiots or morons, or they have no clue what your product does or the benefits, or they're just confused, they haven't read the owner's manual, they can still leave a bad review, and that bad review adds up, and Amazon keeps score. And the more of those you get, then Amazon freezes your listing and says to you, hey, I need you to check out your listing. There is issues. We're having too many complaints. Your percentage is this, and you got to solve those problems. So there's strategies behind that, and I talk a lot about that in the course. But if you're great at those strategies, that's why you make the big bucks as a private label seller. So couple great stores down here. I'm going down Silver Drive. This would be like considered retail arbitrage heaven. So we got Price Mart right here. This is like a grocery store. It's got some good products in there. We got a WeWork stuff. So if you wanted to set up your own WeWork station, work your business from there. And then it's got a couple good restaurants, Earl's and Cactus Club. And then way down there, it's got like a few great stores, Bath & Beyond, Dollarama. There's a few great stores, Best Buy. I don't know if there's Best Buy. There's a store where I've never had much success. Okay, let's see. Hasbro is decent. What about Hasbro? Are you approved to sell Hasbro Black Stack Tube? Brian says, that happened to me with a product I sourced. Yeah, it'll happen on both of them, right? That's why when you're sourcing product, it's important to look at the reviews. You don't really want to bring in stuff that has 1 star, because you could be stuck with that inventory. They could close the listing. The thing about it is you can reactivate those listings with a quick edit and save. Like literally, you press edit, you press save, it reactivates the listing, you move on. But if you don't solve the problem, then Amazon will permanently shut that listing down. So there's a balance there. Some Hasbro, usually not the most recent products. Yeah, exactly. Like Hasbro, there's so many Hasbro products out there. A lot of the old ones, a lot of the rare stuff, like rare, I call rare anything 3 years or older. I'm still trying to remember my sayings. Rare and rank. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's my saying about rare products. Rank doesn't account for rare. Rank doesn't account for rare. So if people are asking about BSR, what's the BSR? What BSR? Okay. I always say, well, BSR is the first thing you look at and the last thing you use to make your decision. But when it comes to BSR, I don't put much on in BSR when I'm looking at toys that are 3 years or older, because rank doesn't account for rare. I could have a rare toy that's 150,000 rank, and the reason it's 150,000 rank is why? Because it's rare. There's not a lot of inventory, so it's never gonna jump the leaderboard. So it's not gonna sell a lot. But as soon as that thing goes on Amazon, that thing could be like triple the price of suggested retail, or 10 times the price. It depends. Verena, I think Verena, you put a good story on about an old, dusty, old 1900s toy. Was it Verena? Can't remember. I think it was, where you sourced it and it made you $100. Rank doesn't account for rare, so when you have rare stuff, there's not a lot of inventory out there, and that stuff is the stuff that sells, man. When it sells, it'll jump the rank, and you'll make money on that stuff. So, and yeah, that's why you got to scan everything, because a lot of that stuff has low rank, and that's why you got to run ads. You got to run 5-cent ads on those bad boys, or 10-cent ads on those bad boys, to get them in front of the eyes they need to get in front of. That's what impressions are all about. That's why we have cookies, because it knows what we want to see, and they want to see that. So if you run a 10-cent ad, it will target the right people. And I went back to get the last one they had on the shelf way up. Smart girl. Swim. What do we call that? We call that swimming. Source when inventory is moving. Okay, here we are. So we got a Bath & Beyond, good store. We got a Rexall, not bad sometimes. We got WeWork, Best Buy, PetSmart, The Shoe Company, Dollarama, and one of my favorite restaurants, Boston Pizza. I'm gonna stand in that line. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Try to get this video up to 15 likes. At least tomorrow's 25. Tomorrow will be another different location. Haven't decided where. It'll be at the end of the day. So make sure you guys join me tomorrow. We'll do it all again. Walk the Talk. So the new name of our show is called Walk the Talk. Walk the Talk, Amazon FBA. Coach Chris back, the wise guy. Smash that like button. Peace.